So today we are going to talk about how to make our English more effective. Effective means that when we speak or when we write, it impresses the listener or the reader. That is what effective means. It has an effect. It is inspiring. It tells people that, okay, this person's language is very good. Because even if we say wonderful things in a bad language, then nobody is willing to listen to us. So I made out a list of few things which you need to remember when you would like to make your English more effective. The basic requirement which all of you had, I'm sure if these videos are put by Impact on YouTube, the students all over the world will see your performance of yesterday and they will improve from this performance. If you made a mistake, they will remember, oh, I should not make a mistake. There is no harm in making mistakes. Please understand, the more mistakes we make, the better we learn. Suppose you were very good, they will say, oh, this is a model. Let me take this as a model and model my English according to this person. So that level of English is called fluency. You remember, you heard yesterday and you spoke. So when we have an idea already in our mind, when we have heard it, we have read it, or we have come across this, or we have experienced it, the idea is there in the mind. So how will we express it? We will express by using words in the correct order, which we call as the structure of the English language, what you learn in your grammar books. That is the structure. So this structure, when we know, and when we know how to use the correct words, this becomes fluency. Fluency means we don't have to think, stop, translate, and then tell. Thinking and speaking goes at once. It is almost within a split second. As you think, the words come out. If there's a gap, that means your fluency is suffering. You hesitate. Some of you required a script to read yesterday, you remember? You could not speak, you read. Some of you spoke beautifully, no looking at the script. You had a script, but you were not looking at it, you were looking at your audience. So that is fluency. Fluency is when we can say things without referring to any script because it is in our mind. Speaking. While writing also, the idea is in our mind without copying from anywhere, without taking exact words from anywhere, we are able to write easily. What you do in the examination, all the ideas are in your mind. You get the paper and you start writing, 20 pages, 30 pages in 3 hours. Fluency, very well spoken and written. But more important for effective English than fluency is accuracy. So we have to first concentrate. Suppose you're a new learner of English. Then you first concentrate on fluency. Get the English with making 100 mistakes. Remember how we learned to walk. I always give this example. When we learned to walk, we fell down 100 times. We didn't feel embarrassed. I don't think anybody remembers feeling embarrassed. Today, if you fall down, how do you feel? Everybody laughs at you. You also feel very embarrassed. So when we are learning something, we are allowed to make mistakes. The more mistakes we make, the better we learn. So don't be scared of making mistakes. In a new language, always the fear is maximum. When you come here, you might also feel a little nervous. Everybody feels like that. But if you feel a little nervous, it's very good. If you feel very nervous, it is very bad. A little nervousness gives the right kind of fluids in your body to come and help your performance better. That is important. If you're very casual, you can't learn anything. Always remember that. Being very casual, we don't learn. We think, oh, I'm the best, why should I learn anyway? We can't do that. We have to always learn. So accuracy means what? First, look at your English from the level of structures. Many times we make mistakes in the use of structures. I can say I'm having a nice book which I shared with you. This use of the word having in English is not accurate. So we say, I have a good book which I'm sharing with you. We often use having because ing forms look very interesting to us. They look very exciting, you know. I'm thinking this is right, not a correct usage. Thinking, seeing, feeling, having, these ing forms, please avoid their use. Please use them very rarely, like you use a big note. You know, if we have 10 rupees, we spend it easily. If we have 2,000 rupees, we hold it nicely. We don't spend it like that. Because we know once we get the change will get spent. So certain words in English, certain structures in English do not function everywhere. Having little time, I helped you with the exercise. Correct use of having. I'm having a book, or I'm having a class, I'm having a pen, I'm having a friend. Wrong English, not correct English. That usage of having is not good at all. This is what we call structure. Like that, many structures are there. Now, yesterday in one story I told you, three friends were passing through a forest. Now, suppose we say three friends were passing to a forest. Madam, we learnt in prepositions that when you're going to a place, it is to. When you're going from a place, it is from. So why you're saying through? We never learned through. Through means you go across. Suppose somebody enters this door and goes out of that door, that is through. Suppose somebody enters the door and sits here, that is to. So there is a difference. Very often we forget these differences. We do not have accuracy. Sometimes we use two words which have the same meaning. This is called as redundance. I went to your library yesterday. Oh, I thought I'll get a book for your library. I forgot. Maybe someday I'll give you. There's an interesting book I have, Poets, Saints of India. I thought if I donate one to your library, some of you might read who are interested in Indian culture, Indian civilization, etc. This book was very often used in the US also as a, study material. So when we have this redundance, we say library. I return back my book to the library. Return means give back. So what are you getting? I give back. Back 2 times. We don't need. Return itself has inbuilt back inside. So that is accuracy. Like that, whenever you use language, whenever you listen and read, I'm not telling you speak and write. Today I'm only talking about listening and reading, because all these mistakes we can correct when we read more, we listen more of good English. Listen to good English. You have so many channels of English. You have so much material on videos. Every day we get wonderful videos by WhatsApp where the English is excellent. We have English songs. It's a wonderful exercise to take the songs of the 60s, take the words also which are available online, sing it along. In basic courses of English, I have often made the students sing. And then they enjoy the singing because the words are very beautiful. We have beautiful hymns. Hymns are, like our bhajans, Christian songs. The words are so beautiful and the tune is so nice. Your pronunciation improves, your intonation improves, your vocabulary improves. Take My Hand, Precious Lord by Jim Reeves. So accuracy comes when we expose ourselves